welcome to round 11 of Season 4 for FTRS Tier 1 F1. Looks like the head camper will be the first person to start their laps. We'll ride on board with him for that. Is on the medium, she's already invalidated, so we'll go to Memes Virus, I guess. Who it seems has not invalidated. As we have a viewer. Good to see. But yeah, Memes Virus on the lap here. Through turn 5 there. Good on the exit, easy to invalidate on the exit. Through the little kink that's turn 6, 7 and 8. Very difficult corners, especially with traction control on. It's easy to spin on exit. Flat out turn 9, onto the DRS straight. Turn 10, hard braking, tight corner. Want to get ready for the third sector, turn 11. Well, here, George Nader joins. 13, 14, and 15. Navigates them well through the final corner. Through the final corner, onto the straight, and gets a 115.1, immediately beaten by Darth FIFA, also with 115.1, although he was a few hundredths faster. Jamil goes P2 with the 115.1 also. Mickey seems to be on a very quick lap. Or, I don't know how quick it is, but seems to be on a lap, so we'll watch him. So that's the McLaren of Jory, behind, that I've not seen. Now, there actually seems to be several people I've not seen before now. Jory, for example, also Memes Virus, Alex Goldberg. Oh, and Mickey is invalidated. Let's go watch Head Camper. I have seen him before. I haven't seen him much, to be fair. Same goes with Darth FIFA. I haven't seen either of these Ferrari drivers very much. I have seen both of them throughout the season now. Who is that behind them? I think that is Yoda Speak behind Head Camper. Looked to be going quite quickly through the final sector. That was not Yoda Speak, that was Jamil. Jamil Pitts. ACW. Let's ride on board with them. Okay, they are not on a hot lap. Darth FIFA has left the session. Hopefully someone will fight him. Jacob is invalidated. Junior is in the pits, as is Kate Kiski, Pepin, ACW, Memes Virus, Jamil, Darth FIFA, and a few others. Let's find someone who's not invalidated and is on lap. Seems that PSVT is on lap. Darth FIFA has rejoined, so that's good to see. PSVT. Going through Sector 2 now. Ooh, invalidates at turn 7, I guess. Yeah. So, turn 7, turn 8-ish. As George, who we know to be very quick, starts his flying lap. And let's watch him. So the DRS open wide, goes very wide on entry to get a better initial entry. Yeah. Anyways, through turn 3 here. Very quick. Purple sector 1. Although I believe it will automatically do that if you're on a first lap. Hey, I do not know if that was a message saying Het Camper left or joined, but either way, I think it said joined, so that's good. Didn't know he left. George Nader, though, through the flat, turn 9. Good line. Easy to lose it on the exit there. I've done it before myself, though I'm not particularly talented in F1 cars. But it's very easy to lose it there, so good job to not do that. Seemed like an early upshift into 5th gear, but through the final chicane and rounding the final corner, opens up the DRS, goes fastest one with 115.0. First person to get faster than 115.1. So, memes virus on a hot lap. Through turn 6, 7 down into 8, bit wide, invalidates. Yoda speak, also on a lap, going through the final sector. Good line through the chicane onto the last corner. People not taking as wide of a line out of the final corner as I would have expected. But you know, there's a reason they're in Tier 1, and I was only in Tier 2 before it got shut down. Camper quite wide there, on an outlap anyways. Sam, I think I just saw him going purple in Sector 1, on a hot lap, on the mediums too. So it could be just, oh right, it might be just that glitch, and he's invalidated anyways. Yoda speak it says is on, it doesn't say he's not on that. Let's watch. Okay, so Darth FIFA, fastest through the first sector. Will Jamil also do that? Yes, he will. So let's turn on board with Jamil, since we've missed most of his lap. Turn 6, this little kink here. 7 and 8, a lot of people invalidating here. Jamil does not, though, coming up to the usually flat out right-hander of turn 9, and Jamil loses the rear end. Perfect 360. Luckily, no one coming up behind him particularly close. Hutchins, next person to come up to him, but he's got it going by now. So Darth FIFA, let's ride on board with just the final corners in this lap. And up to the DRS zone, opens up the DRS straight away, and goes fastest with a 114.9. Though. And if we go to best, so people we can definitely expect to see improving would be Memes Virus, ACW, and Head Camper, as they are all three on the mediums, have set their fastest laps on the mediums. And who was that? That was Mickey going up into P3, good lap for him. ACW now P3, still on the mediums though. So that's quite impressive. ACW looking very strong right now. Of course, on the mediums, only 10th back from Darth FIFA, who set his lap on the softs. George Nader on an outlap set Darth FIFA right behind him. It is. Darth FIFA, however, has invalidated. So we've got these two fighting for pole, and one after another on track. So George starting his lap, Darth FIFA pits. So George down a long pit straight into turn 1. Good line. Now round the long turn 3. Truly a spectacular corner. Goes fastest first sector. Excuse me for that yawn. It's early in the morning. It's not even light out. God, it's not even. Anyways, so turn 7, 8 now. George navigates it well. Opens up the DRS after turn 9. Coming up to turn 10. Hard braking here. Fastest sector 2 as well. Into sector 3 now. Turn 11, 12. Coming up to the fast right-hander of 13. Very difficult corner, but he navigates it well. Final chicane. Using the sausage curb on the inside for the first part. Loses traction on the exit of the second last corner. Gets a DRS. Still goes fastest though, but you can expect to see him improving a bit with that massive tank slapper. But P1 with a 114.7, not bad at all. PSDB on a hot lap. Seems to have been a yellow flag for a red, not sure which. But yeah, if anyone's still watching, be sure to leave your predictions for pole. We've got about 5 minutes left, so 5 minutes to predict, I guess. So yeah, who do you guys think will be on pole? I'm just gonna check something quickly. Yeah, my bad, there's no one watching. Okay, well that's fun. Right, oh, PSTV, PSVT, 7th place. That's good for him. The only one out on track, apart from Jacob, who's just come out. Starts his line up, right on board for it. However, if there's a very quick driver that comes out soon, I will. I mean, to be fair, fairness, Jacob's quite quick, but you know, if someone like George Mayer comes out right on board, kind of sad that no one's watching. But I'm sure there'll be people watching after the race. I always watch the stream after the races that I drive in. So Mickey comes out of the pits. First, top 11 to come out for his final lap. So presumably his final lap. Big lock up there for Jacob through turn 10. Into turn 11 now. Turn 12. Turn 11, very surprisingly difficult to take flat out. It should be easily flat out, but there's a significant bump on the inside of it, which was even worse in last year's game, but it's better now. And runs out of ERS as he crosses the line. P11 just behind Yoda Speed by a couple tenths. Jamil on the lap. But Mickey is much closer to the line, so I think I will watch him instead. James Virus also out now. So Mickey's starting his lap. Coming on towards turn 1. Excuse me, like I said, it's quite early here. Not even say it, 7 AM yet. I've been up for well over an hour, nearly 2. But, yeah. Mickey through turns 5, 6, 7, and 8 now. Does not invalidate. Captain lets him through. Good on Captain for doing that.
can't stand letting people through, but I do it anyways because it's, you need to. So yeah, going into that. So through this last couple corners, Jacob's retired, as is Head Camper. And McKee crosses the line, 300s faster. Let's see. Seems that everyone who has not yet set a lap is out on track. In fact, the only person not out on track is Yoda Speak, who has definitely left it too late. So, oh, Jamil goes fastest with a 1:14.6. So let's ride on board with George Nader. Goes 2/10 faster on his outlaps pushing. So, through turn 1 now. Very tight line from George. Through turn 2, turn 3 now. Riding the curve a bit there. Memes Virus even faster with a 1:14.2. Yoda Speak crosses the line just as the session ends. I think it must have been... what? I don't know. Anyways, George Nader, big snap of oversteer there. That cost him pole. Memes Virus retires after his provisional pole lap. Darth Viva P2 with a 1:14.5. George Nader looked to be struggling for traction a little bit into turn 9. Oh, down by 42 thousandths of a second on his personal best. However, he does have the exit of the second last corner where you can gain a lot of time because he oversteered massively there last time. He does not oversteer this time. He drove that perfectly if you ask me. Crossed the line with DRS P2 with a 1:14.4. So that is provisional pole still. Yeah, that is pole position for Memes Virus. So congratulations to him. That's a good lap. So I guess we're just oh, two comments. I missed those. Shoot. Okay. I do apologize for the blue screen. I will fix that up in a second. Sam, let's go. All my laps got invalidated. And VRT Benjamin, yeah, we're not gonna read that. Anyways, Memes Virus on pole position, followed by George Nader, Darth FIFA, Jamil, Jory, who went relatively unnoticed in this session, so I do apologize about that, but Jory P5, ACW P6, Mickey 7th, 8th PSVT, 9th Het Camper, 10th Alex Blomberg, 11th is Yoda Speak, Jacob 22F1, 12th, 13th Petchin, 14th Sam, 15th Junior, and 16th King Kiski. Sam down, not setting any laps. And now we get ready for the race. Oh boy, someone's driving with the glitch where it doesn't show their hands. Just saw that in the chat for FTRS. So, as drivers now picking their strategies, and now we wait. as we can see people here readying up. So, Memes Virus is on pole for the 33 lap race at Spain. Oh, we can set it to penalties. That's fun. Tire stops, position change, none. Oh, well, I suppose we'll set it to position change. Actually, tires for the first lap. So, Jury, ACW, and Head Camper starting on the mediums in the top 10. And then everyone from Yoda Speak down is also on the mediums. Alex Bomberg disqualified. And that was Jacob taking... Okay. Let's see, predicted strategy for Memes Virus is a two-stopper. I think it's like that for everyone, including the medium runners, which does surprise me. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that definitely does surprise me. As we are getting to the grid, Alex Bomberg is still the only one who hasn't who is disqualified from the formation lap. So I should much full attention over to this. Sorry about the blue screen. And alright. George Nader and Darth FIFA both disqualified from the formation lap as well, it seems. They missed that. I'm going to go to position change for the detail now, quickly. That's not a view I'm on. So it's 5 lights. The lights are out and we are underway in Spain. Oh, and that's a horrible start for Jamil, already down to P12. George Nader, good start, but Memes Virus really perfected that. Darth FIFA pressuring him. Through turn 1, no big pile-ups yet. Although that did look like Ferrari getting squeezed off. Jamil going alongside Jacob. That could have easily been a big crash. So Jamil dropping 7 places instantly. Junior getting past Alex Bomberg, so also Alex having this tough start to the race. Memes Virus, however, already a second ahead of George Nader. So Red Bull's at the front, Red Bull at the back. We got Nicky on the back of Jury, although it looks like PST, that looked like some position change at the back. These three really scrapping away. Alex Bomberg Jr., Spam L2, and King Kiski. Of course, with Petchin not far ahead. I mean, no one's really far ahead. So Memes Virus sets the fastest lap of the race, although of course that was the first lap. That's Memes Virus. And that's Sam and Memes Virus. I have no idea what's happened there, but it looked like Memes Virus maybe spun, having lost traction. Maybe coming into the entry of, maybe coming through turn 2 and then maybe tapped Sam as he spun. Or perhaps Sam also spun on his own. I'm honestly not sure. I regret missing that. But, yeah. So, George and Nader now in the lead. That looks like someone going for a move. That's Alex Bomberg going for a move on Jacob. Makes it work, although looks like he forced Jacob off there, although that may have just been the view it gave me. So Jamil down 4 places, so he's done good to regain several places since his horrendous start. No clue what happened there. As we ride on board with him down the pit straight using overtake. Doesn't seem to have DRS open. Right behind Head Camper. Jory just a second behind Darth Beepa, so won't have DRS. Although now he's 8 tenths behind, so he will. Of course, big lockup for Darth Beepa there. George Nader in P1 and Darth Beepa P2, Jory P3, Vicky P4, PSBT P5. That's Memes Virus and Pension swapping positions. Memes Virus having proved obviously with this pole that he's very quick. Will be wanting to get Kinkiski right away though. Kinkiski understandably will not just will not concede this position easily though, I suspect. Memes Virus still on the back of him. Oh, big snap of oversteer there for Kinkiski. A very impressive save. Sam seems to be too far behind to catch up with that. Sam has a penalty. 3 seconds. Should actually show, like in this screen what the penalty was, but I think I need to do this. So, 3 seconds for Sam. No one else with the penalty. I would not be surprised if they have warnings. Darth FIFA right on the back of George Nader. However, it's 6 tenths or so. I will come back if it gets any closer. However, Jamil 2 tenths behind Head Camper, who's also PSVT gets a penalty, 3 seconds. So Jamil and Head Camper very close to each other, and PSVT through turn 9. Head Camper seems to go better. Seems to have better speed than PSBT and Jamil. As they fight at the front, still going, but Darth Beepa not really pressuring George Nader too hard. Keeping George honest for sure, but not overtaking him yet or anything. Although I say yet as though I know he's going to. They're both very quick drivers. People, I'd say the track is getting better because that's 4 of the top 5 going with fastest laps, one after another. Also, each virus has now got that though. Another 3 seconds for Sam. What's that in the background? Some position swapping. Actually, the top 2 are quite close. Again, I saw it under about 4 tenths briefly. Lock up there from George Nader. This is going to put Head Camper right on the back of him. Jory with DRS now. So it's a McLaren. Oh, big snap there for George Nader. Crazy save. That was fantastic from him. Darth FIFA now right on the back of him. And Jory not at all far off either. So Mickey and his teammate ACW falling back a little bit. Still not far behind Jory and Darth FIFA and George Nader. But it's looking like this could be an epic 3-way battle for the lead. So George Nader moving over early to break the toe. Darth FIFA not going to have any of it. Switches over with him. Switches sides of the track with him. Not going for anything into turn 1. Big lock up in fact. And that will put Jory very close to the back of him. Looked like is that Sam in the background going down positions? No, that's just PSVT hitting. Big lock up there for George Nader. George and Darth FIFA both locking up decent amounts throughout the first 6 laps, pushing these soft tires very hard, clearly. Excuse me. Oh, that's a yellow flag. Who is that? I have no idea. However, Memes Virus very close to the back of. I don't know why the yellow flag keeps popping up. But as I was saying, Memes Virus very close to the back of Jacob22F1, wanting to go for something there, not quite able to though. Right on the back of him. Again, George Nader, and that was actually Memes Virus pitting. So of course, Darth Viva with DRS staying very close to George Nader, despite his lockups into turn 1 almost every lap. Jory not really putting on the kind of pressure you might expect him to, given his pace. I couldn't tell if that was lockup from George or Darth Viva or both, but there's certainly a lockup. Sam in the pits, sort of sitting there. Jamil with the penalty now. Sam on the hards now. Only one on the hards. Everyone except him, of course. Alex Blomberg, Jamil, Mickey, Darth Viva, and George Nader on the mediums. Everyone else is on the those guys are on the softs, and everyone else is on the medium. Yoda getting past Pet Camper's AI. Oh, that's Jory going for it on Darth Viva. He's gonna have the outside line into turn 1. This could easily be collision. Darth Viva locks up again, but Jory gets the move done. So it's a McLaren 1-2 as it stands. I've just realized I'm probably mispronouncing Jory's name. However, I'm going to keep calling him Jory for the sake of simplicity. So I do apologize if I am mispronouncing that. But I must say, it's looking like the mediums are starting to pick up, given Jory's pace. I'm going to try and figure out how to pronounce that. I think it's actually Yori, because like names like Yarno start with a J, and then it's just Yarno. So my guess is that it's actually Yori. A bit like Yuri Vips, but not quite. And my phone is going off, so I'm not going to look at that. Yuri, very close to the back of George Nader. Wouldn't surprise me if George Nader pits this lap. Won't want to hold up his teammate. Does not pit, however. None of the top 3 do. And it's now really the top 5 that are all very close together. As the Mercedes are joining this train, it's not top 5. So, George Nader, looking back to George Nader, we've got Yuri, followed by Darth Viva, ACW, and Mickey. Oh, that's Yuri, very close to the back of George Nader. Memes Virus, fastest lap of the race, 118.1. Lock up from George Nader. Yuri, very, very close to the back of him. I am going to call him Yuri, because I think that's how you pronounce it. So sorry for sort of changing how I pronounce it mid-race, but yeah. So, Yuri, now, onto the DRS straight. He'll be wanting to get past George Nader. George Nader defending, though. Yuri goes to the inside, locks up a bit, and makes it work, though, as George Nader just a little tap. Hopefully for George Nader, won't have any damage. However, Darth Viva will be hoping that he does. Sam in the pits again. Sam is retiring. Okay, fair enough. George Nader pits, I think. Oh no, George Nader's crashed! He has a puncture now. Oh my. And that was also a Williams. PSVT. Oh, safety car, safety car! Oh man. And George Nader there, very lucky with a safety car that he can use while he hits. That was a weird glitch. However, George Nader will not be happy with that. I have no idea what happened there. The friggin' camera angle didn't show it to me. But that's PSVT also out of the session. Yuri in the lead. Pit Camper was able to pit, as was Mindy, I think. Yes. Actually, everyone except excuse me. Everyone except Jamil, I think. Jamil except Jamil and Memes Virus was able to pit, of course, except the top 4. Third comment, I'm actually going to try to use my phone to see that this time, because I don't want to cause a blue screen. So, yeah. Track limits are a yoke, says Sam. Fair enough. Track limits, yeah, they can be pretty bad here, to be fair. I'd say in some places they're not actually too bad, but in others they are pretty horrible. As I'm going to mute myself for just 1 second. Just be back. Don't worry, it'll just be a sec. And I've just noticed what I've missed. I've missed the top 4 pitting. Well, I'm not sure if they're top 4 anymore. No, they're not. But, yeah. That's interesting, to say the least. I saw something in the bottom corner. Don't know what. And George Nader, severe penalty for severe collision with Myris. Better be hoping neither of them have wing damage from that. I think that was safety car in this lap. Yuri is slowing down, so presumably it is. Good timing for Alex Bomberg to rejoin. He'll want to take control of his car quickly. So, Yuri, when is he going to go? He's going to go now. He just very, very briefly went full throttle for like a second. Thought he was going. But, ooh, that's a good run for Darth FIFA. He's going to be trying to take the lead. They're both on hards. Seem to be wanting to go for the one stop. George Nader, 3-second time penalty. Quite a bit of changing around in the background. Pink Kiski seems to be around. Unfortunate for him. Something happened to Jamil. That's my bad for not noticing. Alec Bomberg, Memes Virus, swapping positions. Alec Bomberg still not in control of his car, it seems. Yuri, 4 tenths, 6. Yuri, a few tenths ahead of Darth FIFA. ACW, not as close as he'd like to be to the back of Darth FIFA. Yoda Speak, P6. Yoda Speak, before the race, saying he was not expecting to do well, but he's up in P6, so I wouldn't say he's doing poorly. Let's go to penalties. So, penalties. Jamil has 3 seconds, that is. Petjen has 3 seconds, as does Alex Blomberg. Alex Blomberg has 5. Junior Spam L2 has 3 seconds, however. George Nader has 8. Yoda Speak has 5. And Memes Virus has 3. So, was that Jamil in the pits? Yes, it was. Alex Blomberg has left the session. Unfortunate. Everyone has pitted at least once. So, at this stage in the race, biggest position changes. Up is Junior Spam L2, having gained 6 places. And down is Jamil, having lost 10. Virus with a 3-second time penalty. Het Camper going through Alex Blomberg's AI. Should be working on just calling him Alex, because that's a bit shorter to say, and easier to say as well. So, DRS is enabled, and so, wrong button, but let's see this. Oh, that looked like a move being made, or defended in this case, I think. That is Petjen defending from Junior Spam L2. Junior wanting to go around the outside there, not able to make it. Could he make a switch back? He cannot. Petjen with good traction there. All my gaps are gone. Big lockup from Junior. Petjen defending from Junior. Junior on the charge. Still no gaps for me, so I gotta pay close attention to the mini-map. Junior alongside Petjen. Number 69 Renault there. Makes the move and has made it stick as well. Looks like corner cutting from Darth Fifa there. Could just be the angle I had on the front wing. Always found that a bit of a trippy angle after all. So, yay, my gaps are coming back. 3/10 back is is Petjen from Junior. That is not the gap I thought it was. That was actually Jacob and George Nader. That was actually kind of hard to read. But Junior back behind Petjen, as well as Jacob behind George Nader. So I believe that was both Renaults being overtaken. Unless that was George Nader defending from Jacob. I think it was him overtaking though. So, we have any very close battles. Yeah. Kinkiski, is that Kinkiski close to Alex Blomberg? It is indeed. So, the pack getting a little bit spaced out again, but not particularly so. Darth FIFA right on the back of Fury. I need to go off the onboard view, I use that too much. That's Jacob getting past George Nader, actually. That is a 5th comment. Yuri now defending from Darth FIFA. Darth FIFA will definitely want to go for a move here, and he is going for it. Down to the inside. Makes it work before the corner. No, that's Yuri with the penalty, actually. And ACW right on the back of these two here. ACW fighting for the championship. He will desperately want to get a podium at least. And that is yellow flag for Sector 1. That is Junior Spam L2. Unfortunate demise for Junior now. Down to P13. Het Camper's AI will be an easy overtake. However, people like Kinkiski and Petjen will not be quite as easy. So, ACW close to the back of Yuri. Not as close as he would like, though. apologize for the silence. I am just trying to get to the comments. It's just Sam saying, "Let's go Alfa Romeo." Sam, very nice guy. Unfortunately, he is out of the race, however. That is Yuri, very close to the back of Darth Viva, going around the outside, just like the last time when Darth Viva overtook him. Got the move done before the corner. Darth Viva a little bit deep into turn 1. This is going to put ACW right on the back of him. ACW in the very sleek black Mercedes, using the number 40, I think it said. That's not number 40, is it? No, that is number 49. Oh, that's a fun idea. Trying to figure out all the numbers of the drivers. However, an even more fun idea is actually focusing on the racing. Sorry. Oh my god, my voice cracked there. Anyways, so Junior passed Tech Camper's AI. I missed that, but presumably it wasn't that big, given it's an AI. You can just drive straight through them, because they're ghosted. ACW. Excuse me. ACW right on the back of Darth Viva. Memes Virus doing good to catch back up from his spin at the start of, I think, lap 2. Unless it's lap 3. So George Nader down at 8th, suddenly Yuri looking in a good position to maybe take this win. However, Darth Viva will not just give it to him. Darth Viva will fight for it. ACW here, of course, very, very present in the battle for the win. Only in 3rd place, of course, but it only takes a couple seconds for Yuri and Darth Viva to collide and have ACW take the lead. Alternatively, you know, it could be ACW that collides with one of them, but it'd be better to see a hard-fought battle than a crash. Looked a little bit wide for Memes Virus on the mediums. A few laps older than Yuri, Darth Viva, and ACW's tires. Yuri, I've just realized, has a penalty. 3 seconds. This does put him in a net P3, I think. Yes, this puts him in net P3. So, Darth Viva, all he really needs to do is to keep on the back of Yuri. It would obviously be nice for him to win on track, but as it stands, he is in the net lead, so really his job is to just not let Yuri away. So, we have, obviously, Yuri in the lead. Darth Viva with a penalty now. This is going to affect him, as it will put him no longer in the race net lead. I've just checked the stream. Oh, that is a 5th comment. Of course, just as I close the comment. No, that's a new viewer. Well, hello, new viewer, then. So, Yuri, as it stands, leading. If you're just joining us now, Darth Viva and ACW, both in the fight for the lead with Yuri, as you can see. But if you're just joining, Memes Virus was on pole. However, he spun round at turn 2 in the opening stages of the race. And then it looked set, George Nader looked set to perhaps take the race win. But I've actually just realized quickly, ACW in a net P1 with Yuri and Darth Viva's penalties. And But yes, as I was saying, Memes Virus spun round, turn 2-ish, followed by Sam eventually retiring after also having an incident in around there, same lap. George Nader eventually got, not really sure exactly what happened because of the camera view it gave me. I had camera view that sort of showed me from about here, except more on the ground, pointing at the last corner, and I couldn't see what happened. But George Nader ended up being automatically reset to track with a puncture, so presumably crash, obviously. Not sure what triggered it though. ACW very close to the back of Darth FIFA. But yeah, like I say, not really sure what triggered the crash, but it put George Nader out of contention for the win. And at the same time, there's a safety car, I believe, for PSVT, who spun it at turn 9 and crashed out. Looked like a bit of lag there. Sector flag yellow 2, that's not what I meant to say. That was Junior though, seems to have lost traction, coming out of, I guess, turn 8. Which is, to be fair, very, very easy to do. I've done it myself. ACW going down the inside of Darth FIFA, little bit of contact, has to concede the position as Darth FIFA keeps P2. ACW though will not be done with him. No, not going for anything into turn 4. Yoda Speak, having got past Mickey, Yoda Speak really underrated himself before this race, tried to place him as the underdog, and if he was the underdog going into this race, then the underdog is certainly doing very well, only one position off the podiums. So, battling between ACW and Darth FIFA, this will be massively aiding Yuri, as Yuri has 3 seconds and needs to pull out 3 seconds on ACW. Mickey with the penalty, still behind Yoda Speak, of course. So the only people without penalties are... excuse me. Kiski, I think. As well as... I really am struggling to read this for some reason. Hammer, Kinkiski, Jacob, I think. I can't tell if that's Jacob or Alex, that doesn't happen. No, it'll be Jacob that doesn't. And then also ACW. This is really frustratingly hard to read. Alex, speaking of which, Alex and Jacob swapping positions there. Side by side going into turn 3, Alex takes the lead of the 2. Jacob looking like he's going to go for something around the outside of turn 4 maybe. Tries to keep it in, can't quite manage. Going for a switchback perhaps. Ooh, switches to the inside line just right at the end. Can't quite make it work. Yoda Speak 3-second time penalty. ACW again on the back of Darth FIFA. Not able to do anything though. Darth FIFA 2.3 seconds back from Yuri. George Nader having set the fast lap just now. Down in P12. Jamil better watch out because George Nader is flying. So Kinkiski has Petjen not far back. Memes Virus down in P10, our pole sitter, unfortunately having spun in the opening stages of the race. And yeah, so less than 10 laps to go. Yuri doing exactly what he needs to do, however, as it stands, ACW still in a net P1. So at this point, if you're Yuri, you just really need to push. Penalties. So, Yuri and... Oop, my headset fell off. Yuri and Darth FIFA, each with 3-second time penalty. That is Junior Spam L2 going fastest lap. ACW does not have a penalty. 8 seconds for Yoda Speak, 3 for Mickey, 5 for Alex, nothing for Kinkiski and Pepchin. Sorry, that's Jacob and Kinkiski without penalties. Followed by Pepchin with 6 seconds. Also 6 seconds for Memes Virus. 3 for... Man, why does this have to be so hard to read? 6 seconds for Pepchin and Memes Virus. 3 seconds for Jamil. 6 for Georginator. Nothing for Headcamper. And 6 for Junior Spam L2. So, fastest laps. Junior Spam L2. Junior with a something. That is a yellow flag. That is not Jacob. That is Junior. Speaking of which, letting the top 3 through before going. So I imagine he just lost traction. Junior, actually the only person on the softs. Excuse me. Oh my god. Hey, it's light out. However, I'm still tired. But yeah, sorry for all the yawning. Like I say, it's quite early. I got up quite early this morning for this. Kinkiski, having got Jamil just now, I think. I think that may have been the other way around. I don't know, like I said, I'm just finding this hard to read at the moment, so, yeah. So, I'm going to go to gap to leader, because I believe that, yeah, ACW is no longer in a net P1. Is that Jacob who's made a mistake? No, it's Junior again. No offense to Junior, he's a good driver, but it's making some significant mistakes, it seems. So ACW no longer in a net lead. He's 4 thousandths of a second off of it. He is now in a net P1 again. So despite Yuri looking like he's got the win in the bag, he is not at all done. He's not got first place at all. However, he is looking definitely set to have a podium. Everyone except, why am I even trying to read this? I know I can't. That is sector yellow. Can't speak. Oh, that is. Who is that? Oh, fucking hell. That's Pepchin, actually. That's Pepchin around. So I have another comment. I want to check that out. So, yeah. How many seconds does Yuri and Thomas have? I believe they both have 3 seconds, because I believe Thomas is Darth FIFA. I will check, though, just to be sure. Yes, they both have 3 seconds. BRT Benjamin. So, yeah, that's fun.
ACW, again, no longer in a net P1. Darth FIFA, big walk up there. Quite wide. Yellow sector 3. I am really struggling to talk this morning. Yellow sector 5-3. Looks like definitely speed. So, Yuri, Darth FIFA, and ACW in a very close battle. Darth FIFA actually not even in P2, in a net P3 actually, because he also has 3 seconds, similarly to Yuri. But yeah. ACW looking like he wants to go for something on Darth FIFA, but can't quite do it. Going to go back to interval gap for a second. So, really the closest battle on track is this one right here. And it's a very, very important battle. It's going to decide the win. And as it stands, ACW 4/10 off of the victory. However, there's like 4 laps to go, I suppose. So, certainly not over yet. One mistake from Yuri could cost him the victory. It's going to be a blue screen for just a second. Do apologize about that. Yeah, it's, so, Benjamin, just guy in the comments saying that Thomas has to defend for Yuri, so presumably that definitely is Darth FIFA. But yeah, he absolutely does. It's, I think ACW has the pace to stay within 3 seconds of Yuri. He is within 3 seconds again, just briefly, so it is very, very close with not many laps left to go. But yeah, Thomas, for the sake of simplicity for our viewers, Darth FIFA, could be the deciding factor in who wins this race between Yuri and ACW. Could be either of them that take victory. It's looking unlikely that it'll be Darth FIFA, however, despite his very good pace. As, that was Jamil and Pepin, battling it out. George Nader on the verge of some points. He'll definitely want to be getting Pepin with overtake on, going for it up to turn 4. Down the inside, makes it stick briefly, but Pepin not able to fight back at all. So, that is George Nader back up into the points. ACW right on the back of Darth FIFA. Desperately needing this. He's definitely in the net lead. That was good defending from Darth FIFA there. ACW, though, now in the lead, and there's contact. Darth FIFA hits ACW. ACW going wide because of that. Darth FIFA not getting the position back, however. So it's still ACW ahead. But ACW no longer within 3 seconds of Yuri. Darth FIFA will be wanting that position back. Yuri will be very thankful for that, I'm sure. Yuri desperately needs this 3-second gap. His only other His only other chance is if ACW gets a penalty, but ACW is very good in terms of penalties, and I think is unlikely to get one. But Darth FIFA, 8/10 back on ACW, or not Darth FIFA, ACW 8/10 back, 10/10. ACW no longer even within a second of the gap he needs. So I have to wonder if perhaps Darth FIFA being in front of him was actually helping him by him getting DRS and really pulling up with him. So Yuri it's looking promising for Yuri. However, it's not over until they cross the line. That was a bit of a position change. That's just Alex Blomberg on Mickey. Very talented group of drivers here. Some people that have excelled this season that are not right now. Who is that? What's caused a yellow flag? No idea. But some very quick drivers who've excelled this season, but not this race, are, I'd say, definitely George Nader. Memes Virus, I've never seen until today, but was very quick. Jamil's usually had quite a bit more success than this. I'd say... to be fair, yeah, I'd say they're the only ones, like, massively underperforming. Of course, all the people here are good, and I'd say some of them are doing not as well as you might expect, but, yeah. So, 6/10 back, though, for ACW on the last lap. He's going to desperately need 6/10 on this lap. He's very, very low on ERS, though. That could be damaging for him. So is Yuri, though. Both of them really spending it up. So is Darth FIFA. That's a position change between Jacob and Memes Virus. So, 6/10, 5/10 is the gap, though. ACW needing to make up 5/10, though. I think that was just some, just noticed a comment, that was just some people chatting amongst themselves, though. But Yuri, coming across the line, coming through the final corner now, rounds the final corner, comes across the line, and it's looking like he's going to take victory over ACW. 6/10 back is ACW, and that is it. Yuri takes the victory from ACW. ACW only 6/10 back after penalties. Yuri, very, very good drive there, I'd say. Mickey gets Alex Bomberg off of penalties. Yoda Speak, P4. That's very impressive given how he was saying he thought he would do before the race. Saying he may as well not turn up, but I'd say was well worth turning up for Yoda Speak, because he's done very well this race. A couple more comments. Check those on my phone rather than bringing up a blue screen. Kiski crosses the line. Goes P11 and Pension P12. So, we have our results. Yoda Speak, driver of the day, I'd say well deserved. He drove very well. So did some other people, to be fair. But Yoda Speak made up plenty of positions. Drove quite well, I'd say. And that is Yuri winning the race, though. The Spanish Grand Prix, round 11 of Season 4, goes to Yuri. As we have also ACW and not Hat Camper, Darth FIFA on the podium as well. So, as the drivers should know, I am starting a new thing. Well, it's not really new, but just something I hadn't been doing before. I'm going to be interviewing the top 3 after the races, but first I will run you through the finishing order. So, Yuri, P1, P2 is ACW, followed by Darth FIFA, rounding off the podium. Yoda Speak, 77, P4, Mickey, P5, P6 is Alex Bomberg, P7 is Jacob, P8, Memed Virus, P9, George Nader, P10, Jamil, P11, first non-points finishing position, King Kiski, followed by Pepchin, Het Camper, Junior Spam L2, and in the DNFs, PSBT and Sam.
So I will invite the top 3 to a party now. Just a second, and that is frozen. There we go. Party. Create group. It was Darth FIFA, ACW, and Iori. Start party, please. Okay, hopefully the top 3 join. Took me a moment to make the party, of course. So, yeah, there's that, but hopefully they do join. And yeah, now we'll wait for them to hopefully join in. And yeah. And so it's just, I gotta sleep, so I don't think ACW will be joining us. I think he's a bit tired and wants to sleep. That's what he said. So hopefully Darth FIFA and Yuri will join though. I think it was ACW that says he won't do the interview. Not sure anyone is joining. Yeah, so don't think anyone's actually gonna join. I think Darth FIFA will. Although, he may be the only one. Don't know why I'm showing you my online card. Just the yellow dot, and I wanted to see what it was. Wow, my frame rate's just dropped so much. My god, it's like 1 FPS. Okay then. That's not what I needed. That's what I needed. So, P1 went to... Hello? Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't notice you joined the party. Yeah. So, P3, congratulations on that. It was a good drive. Running P2 for most of the race, obviously. Yeah, I'd say you drove a pretty clean race. Obviously, it must have been pretty intense, defending from ACW at the end. What were your sort of thoughts as you defended, like, lap upon lap upon lap from him?
My thoughts were that I should be in the position
Yeah, fair enough. Um, yeah, I'd say you drove quite well, though. Um, Obviously you're describing that you had some sort of issues, uh, with some sound and stuff, and internet, I think you said. So, I'd say you did very well to recover from that. Um, but yeah, you showed very quick pace. Or very good pace. So, yeah, I was actually quite impressed with your pace. I don't think I've seen you driving since possibly round one back at Silverstone. So, have you driven since then? Okay, right, I wasn't at the last race. That's my bad. Um, but yeah, uh, oh wait, where did you finish there? Okay, well, a very good comeback for you then, P2 and then P3. So I'd say you've done well to come back. What do you think of the drivers in this league? How do you think you compare to them? Yeah. Oh yeah, and you were near George Nader when he got the penalty. Do you know what happened there? Or not the penalty, the puncture. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Well, congratulations on your P3. It was a very good drive from you, I'd say. I do apologize for the not particularly well prepared questions. Uh, but yeah, thank you for joining for the interview. And yeah, good drive. And there's a third person in the party. Hello. Hi. I don't know why I'm not seeing these notifications that people are joining. But great drive today, I'd say. Obviously, a win. So I'd say you were probably the fastest person out there. I think you did well with the strategy, starting on the mediums. You really caught up to Darth FIFA and George Nader when the mediums came into play. And yeah, I'd say you really impressed me. So, when you had the 3 second time penalty, and so did Darth FIFA, but then ACW didn't, and it was pretty much his gap to you was about 3 seconds. Sort of, what was going through your mind at that point? Yeah. Yeah, well, that was some good tire saving then, and yeah, you did a good job, I'd say, keeping your head sort of cool while in such an intense situation. So, congratulations on that. And obviously, at the start, you were sort of the one falling behind out of the top three, and then at the end, you were the one in front of in the top three. Um, so, what would you say was sort of what would you say you were sort of thinking when George Nader initially and Darth FIFA were pulling away? Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, you drove very well, I'd say. I did not prepare this interview very well, so apologies for that. But yeah, and the strategy, I was quite surprised to see you starting on the mediums because obviously you qualified in the top 10. So I think you did at least. I don't really remember qualifying very well. I'm quite tired. Yeah, so I was quite surprised you were qualifying on the mediums, but it seems to have paid off, obviously. When you qualified on the mediums, were you planning on going for a soft run to try and beat that, or were you intentionally going for the alternate strategy? Right. Yeah. So, congratulations on the win. It was very well driven, I'd say. And you really kept your head cool under pressure. So, congratulations on that. It was great to see. And yeah, thank you for joining me for the interview. I'm gonna end the stream now. So, goodbye to everyone watching the stream. Thank you for being here, and thank you for joining me for the round 11 of FTRS Tier 1 F1 Season 4 at the Spanish Grand